It is time now for Ask the Expert. With it being winter, there are some great workouts to do inside your home or gym so you can avoid that ice.
I found that out with Shannon Sims with Wellness Ambassador David Pritchard, and he demonstrated some winter yoga.
Oh. Well, we snuck out of the studio again. This time we are at Milwaukee Power Yoga, right in the heart of the East Side, to talk about how to do yoga, stay fit, especially when you're thinking about digging out of all this snow, right?
Dressed appropriately, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you haven't noticed, it's kind of cold outside. Yeah, and when it's cold outside, our bodies get a little tight, and we're not flexible, and we get a little grumpy, and we got to move a little bit. So who better to show us than Kate from Milwaukee Power Yoga? All right. Some great moves that we can do. Why are these moves important?
Well, in the winter, like you said, your muscles tense up, you get a little bit tight, and we do a lot of this closing in action. Yeah. So I'm going to show you all a sequence just to help open up the chest a little bit, and to most importantly keep your core safe, to keep your back safe when you're shoveling.
That's great, and for
snow.
Anybody, right? At
for
all
anybody.
levels?
Yep, everything is all levels.
Fantastic. Well, let's get started.
Let's get down on the mat. We'll start in a supported fish pose. Okay. So you have this block in the middle of your mat.
I don't know what that is.
Right?
All right.
You're learning today. You're learning. You're going to take your block, and you're just going to lay over it. You're going to bring it in between your shoulder blades, and you're going to start to lay back, extending your legs out and your arms. Now you have another block behind your head here. You can rest your head on that block to keep a little bit of the strain off your neck.
Okay.
Oh,
great.
This is a great way to open up the shoulders.
So it's opening up the shoulders.
Yep.
Love that.
So help counteract all that forward shoulder motion from shoveling.
Exactly. Great for posture, especially as we're shoveling. It's getting cold out. You know, we start to lean forward and roll our shoulders. These are great ways to open it up. And then how do we go from here? What's the sequence?
So from here, we're going to crank it up a notch, and we're going to move into our boat pose, really work that core. So remove the block from behind your head, and then just press yourself up a little bit. Take the block up from underneath your low back. And then you're going to come up to sit, bend your knees. Now this will be kind of beginner's boat pose here, reaching your arms forward. If you want to amp it up a notch, start to lift those legs.
Thanks, Dave.
Keeping your back up.
Trust up through your heart.
There we go. Look at you. Great.
There we go.
We're going up. We don't want to sink the boat, Charles.
You can start to rock your boat forward and back a little bit.
So we're working core. Very important part of not only posture, balance, snow shoveling, things like that. So this is a great way, especially if you have a bad lower back, right? I mean, you're pulling that belly in tight, chest is high.
Yes.
Can you feel it?
I'm ready.
She's shaking. So it's
all right, so from here, we're going to come to a nice shoulder stretch. You can just start to rock forward. Come onto your hands and knees. So this is our tabletop pose. Shoulders are stacked over wrists, hips are stacked over knees, and we're going to thread the needle. You're going to reach your right arm up, and then just thread that right arm underneath your left, resting on the right shoulder. Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
So great way to get into the upper back. You can then take your left arm, walk it forward, getting a nice little twist.
You guys feel that in your shoulders?
Yeah.
It's another great one after all that shoveling.
Great
and then
for your
we'll just
neck.
switch sides. And take the left arm, bring it up, and thread it underneath.
All right, we've just got a few seconds left here.
So what would be the last finishing one?
So to finish, we'll take a low lunge. So from here, you can just step your foot through. Back knee would be down on your mat. Beginners can keep your fingertips down. If you're feeling up to it, reach your arms up overhead.
Does that feel good?
It does.
Do you want to go snow shovel, Charles?
Yeah, I'm better prepared now.
I'll have the chocolate waiting for you.
My boat already sank, but I'll be prepared to deal with the snow.
Kate, thank you so much for giving us these poses. And again, you always want to stay active during the winter. We'll have much more. We'll get out of the studio more often.
And you know what that exercise helped me do this weekend?
What?
When Mason Crosby made that field goal?
Yes. Or you tried to emulate that play by Cook?
I had that. There we go.